Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to the Halo Master Chief Collection Launch Invitational Tournament presented by ESL. Of course, this event would not be possible without our sponsors, the guys who have helped us out. Of course, we talked about Astro Gaming. Also, you have the Skull Candy headset right on the side over here, which of course looks sexy as usual. And of course, want to thank Twitch and 343 and everyone else who has, and without a doubt, ESL. I mean, we're in their studio, for Christ's sake. Big thank you to everyone who's been able to put this together. If you're watching on Twitch right now, thank you so much. The chat, I have it on the side here. It's been super active. Everyone's been having a good time there, spamming what face and numbers, and that was a cue again to do that one more time. We're trying to hit records here, folks. No, but seriously,
you're stat padding the what face
I'm
stats.
Stat padding.
They're no longer valid. You can't cast a tournament and tell people to do it and then reference the stats.
They're valid, for sure.
All right. Well, we have an awesome match coming up.
Yeah, we do, without a doubt. So with that being said, it is you can actually see the updated bracket right here. VWS Gaming actually will be waiting for the winner of, or the loser of this Str8 Rippin TCM Gaming matchup. Purple Rain has fallen to Optic Gaming. The rain shall not shine or fall no more. I don't know. I tried to find like a good reference or maybe a Prince reference. But no, that was not the case. I got nothing either.
But this Str8 TCM match should be pretty incredible. We've been talking about it for the whole afternoon. This is match number 4 in the final match of winners bracket round 1. Str8 Rippin in the return of T2. Of course, he brings with him Str8 a player that made him name for himself in free-for-all, a very talented Slayer, as well as Roy, a Halo 2 legend. As well as Ryan Noob, a player who really stepped it up in Halo Reach and started to make a name for himself in the community. He's got a lot of talent on this team, and they're going up against TCM, the European powerhouse.
That's right, TCM Gaming. Of course, when you talk about this squad, first we got to talk about the captain Riots, who has had, he had a great Gamescom and played exceptionally well at PAX Prime. Although we're falling short of their being able to get into the finals, still a great team, and the fact that anyone's selling them short is pretty surprising. Then you have 2 Foxy Ramirez, and of course Chalky, the guy who people have been hyping up quite a bit, and for due reason, because he has just lit it up at the Gamescom tournament as well as PAX Prime, and now he's looking to do the same thing here. There you can see the boys on TCM. Riots, 2 Foxy, Chalky, Ramirez. Riots, by the way, is the one who pretty much is so tall that he's about to actually get cropped out of the screen or the image there. I don't even know how he grasped a controller. He could play the game one-handed. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I think so too. On your screen, you have from left to right, you have right there Chalky, Ramirez, 2 Foxy, and all the way on the end, as we were saying, Riots. Also worth mentioning that Xavi, the pro player that we saw at Gamescom, actually coaching them.
That's right. Xavi's in the house. A big shout out to him. And so then on the other side, we got to highlight these guys yet again. Str8 Rippin, folks. They are back, or Str8 Rippin is back. And there you can see Str8, Ryan Noob, Roy, and the one and only Tom T2 Taylor. Really excited to see these guys back in this one. Roy and T2, most definitely just because of how far, they've come in this community. Whether that's from the Halo 2 days. Roy when he was in 5K, T2 when he was killing it on Str8 Rippin. It's just been, it's going to be an absolute pleasure to be able to call this matchup, because this is one that I am so excited about, and I said this could be the potential match of the day here, just because of how much I know, both these teams want it.
Oh, I definitely think so too, and this match could certainly go either way. Really looking forward to seeing what happens in this game 1. Although it won't tell the tale of the entire series, it'll certainly set the table for games 2 and 3, which could also go either way. So this match is just loading in. I think we should only be appropriate to start things off with T2. I would love to see what he does right off the bat, on this match. We're kicking things off here on 5 Flag CTF on Warlock. We have Str8 Rippin going up against the UK's TCM.
That's right, TCM, the Gamescom winners, and T2 gets cleaned up right away, switching over to Roy, who is also getting a lot of pressure though from the bottom. Now, here's the one thing that's interesting about this. So we have Warlord twice in this matchup, right? We have Warlord in the game 1 and game 2. TCM did not play Warlord at PAX, right? So this is something that's kind of playing to the advantage of Str8, because TCM is the most experienced team when it comes to Halo 2 Anniversary, and this kind of is working out in their favor.
Yeah, right now I will go ahead and see what's going on here. But Ryan Noob still has a little bit of camo left. He's sneaking into the enemy base, pulls in, and gets that double kill. Nice job from him utilizing that camo. Looks like there's another player still in the flag.
Ooh.
They get him weak. Ryan Noob desperately trying to stay alive, looking for help from his teammates, pushes in, cleans up that kill on Ramirez. Nice job there, finding a player spawning across at one of the side bases. Might try to run this.
Yeah, this is actually going to be a good run here. Ryan Noob's going to commit to it as he's going to make his way, but there's going to be a player right in the corner, though.
Oh,
and he
my.
tried to go for that flag kill, but that was not going to be the case as Ryan Noob is going to get taken out.
All right, they're keeping his back against the wall. We'll go ahead and switch over to the TCM side. Looks like Riots is the only player there who's alive, and he's around the top middle if you want to go ahead and switch over to him.
Sure thing, as Riots actually is going to get dropped.
And actually, you know what? For all 4 players are down right there momentarily for TCM.
Except
so right
Ramirez.
here might be a big run as Ryan Noob now running that flag once again. He's tossed that flag out. Ramirez spawning in, trying to desperately stay alive. T-Squared takes him out, punishes him for coming off the respawn. Now, Str8 Rippin running this flag. Now, Str8 Sick bringing this flag through the yellow side of the map.
Yep, that's right. Flag is going to be coming through, and Ryan Noob is going to find one player and educating him as he manages to hit him with the back smack. And now, you have Ryan Noob just continuing to lay down cover fire. Str8 Rippin is going to put one on the board, making it 1-0.
That's right. Now up about 2 minutes into the match, we already see a flag cap from Str8. So I'm liking what I'm seeing from them right here off the bat, coming out with a vengeance here as they push this flag out to the right side. Now, as you see Ryan Noob just tossing that flag out. Golden Boy, we've been talking a lot about that. That's a wise strategy. Also, when you toss the flag out, you kind of put out some feelers, right? You want to see what the enemy team is thinking, what they're up to, if they're going to push in. You can sort of bait with that flag. So right now, finding success, they're up 1-0.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that about the baiting because TCM's not taking it, right? They've kind of just been playing the side bases and trying to push out of there. But I also got to give credit where credit is due to Str8 Rippin because Str8's been pinning them in there quite nicely, and that could also result in the style that TCM's going for here. Now Roy with the flag as he's going to push forward. Player's going to be up top supporting his teammate there, putting down a couple of worthwhile shots, but he is going to take a couple
might try
from
to
the
get
left
this toss
here.
to Ryan Noob if Ryan Noob can get up. Looks like Ryan Noob was not able to lift, so that flag might be dangerous, and that flag is not going to reset just yet. And oh my goodness, a last-second reset there from the TCM side. They maintain this only one flag for the Str8 Rippin side right there, still only down by 1.
Yeah, I gotta say, man, that was definitely a clutch play there out of TCM to be able to get that one back. Let's jump over to them and highlight Chalky here. Been talking a lot about him in this tournament. His sniping skills definitely, but in Warlord there is no sniper, so he's gonna have to rely on his battle rifle and see how this is gonna work out for them. So far, not as good as they would have liked, being down 1-0, but it could have been much worse. Could be 2-0. Clutch plays out of TCM, thus allowed them to be able to still fight in this game. And let's see what Chalky's looking to take out here.
Yeah, he's got green base on lockdown right now. I like what we're seeing. This is not too dissimilar from what we saw from Snakebite on STK in that Warlock CTF match. I like this right now, playing very patiently, letting the enemy team control at yellow. So right here, Golden Boy, what they want to do, kill the enemy team at red, keep them at yellow base, and he would maintain this area right here. So you want to always spawn trap the enemy, run the flag on the opposite side. That's sort of what each team is looking to do on the map. And then you can either run the flag through the grenades or across the top middle if you've got the time.
Yeah, Riots actually went to go take out Ryan Noob there. Finally, 2 Foxy cleans him up. Str8 Sick with the push. Riots is going to be inside of there, and he will get dropped by T-Squared.
That's unfortunate. You need Riots to get that kill, because look at this. They're going to pick up that right now. This would be a flag run. Chalky maintaining that area. Unfortunately, Riots gets taken down. Chalky tries to go get that camo, immediately punished.
Yeah, that's right. And as soon as you stick out from that side base, like you said, man, the word is perfectly used there, punishing. And Ramirez, he gets dropped. We'll stay with him off the respawn to see what TCM's going to do here. Of course, they've been playing this one rather solid, but they haven't been able to execute on the nitty-gritty details, right? Like that one core kill that could have allowed them to be able to push the flag and pull the flag, Definitely has been showing here. T-Squared and company holding it down as best they can, but Ramirez now has the flag. He's going to be taking this out, deciding where he wants to go with this, as he will have teammates spawning on him and over by yellow.
Yep, deciding. Both teams running the flag and holding it. That means the enemy will not know where the flag is, so both flags are out right now, as Roy is running the enemy flag and Ramirez now with the Str8 flag.
Yeah, that's right. Ramirez is going to be inside of the base. Shots are going to be exchanged. Joe nades flying in all over the place. He has to get out of there. Flag is going to be down. T-Squared and company have been able to make that stop, and they will actually get the cap. So that's going to make it into 1-1.
No, that's right now. It's going to be 2-0 in favor of Str8, as Ramirez unfortunately had a player in his base waiting for him, so they're going to lose that flag now at 2-0 with about 10 minutes left in regulation time.
I really thought, at first I thought it was like 1-1. I was like, oh my goodness, what a play. But needless to say, though, T-Squared and company holding it down which is exactly what you expect out of Str8 Rippin here. And I'm quite surprised with how TCM's playing this one out. You know, I thought TCM would come out the gate with a little bit more force. And again, it's all boiling down to those nitty-gritty details, man. Just got to emphasize that time and time again, because that's really what's going to separate, you know, these teams when everyone's so closely matched.
Yep, we're on board with Roy now, picking up a nice assist, and I want to see what he's doing and what he's able to bring to the Str8 Rippin roster. As we talked about before the match, it's a very strong team, and Roy certainly rounds it out very well. Hits that nice shot right there, picking up that headshot. Finally, he gets taken down as both flags are now reset back at home. But Ryan Noob immediately pulls that flag again. If we want to switch over to him, Ryan Noob tossing that flag out towards the ramp portal. We'll see if he can move this. Now going through the bottom middle run. We haven't seen that yet during the tournament, Golden Boy, but there are certain situations where you'd actually want to run the flag bottom middle, depending on where you're pinning the enemy, where top middle might be actually expose you too much. You can get a quick run through the bottom middle. But of course, the teams will know exactly when that is a possible option, but it's not easy to pull off.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? You kind of just want to go with what works at this point versus, you know, taking that risk. And if you're able to set up for it, if you're too focused on like, okay, this is what we want to do, you'll end up, you know, putting yourself in a corner there where you have to, you know, you don't have an answer for anything else. Now, Ryan Noob's going to be pushing up here, finding Riots as he's going to get him with the shields popped. Ryan Noob able to stay alive, though. Flag captured. That's going to make it 3-0. Str8 Rippin in the lead by a sizable amount.
Yeah, nice job there, going up 3-0. As clearly some Str8 Rippin fans excited about that right there as they go up. And now they're looking pretty good here, I got to say. Right. They came out firing, and I'm not seeing the energy I want to see from TCM. But 2Foxy now running in this flag, potentially might bring it in. He's going to toss that flag over and bring that in right away. Answer back now. Look, it's as long as they actually get it. There it is. 3-1 now. 2Foxy puts the team on the board now. It's a two-flag game. Lots of time on the clock. Could still go either way, Golden Boy.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you know, that's the thing about Warlord, right? It's such a fast-paced map that anything can happen at any point in time. Ooh, man, 2Foxy is going to get cleared out, though. That's going to be Roy who manages to stay alive there. And 2Foxy advancing, or excuse me, Roy advancing forward. That will be Chalky taking a couple shots from behind. He's going to have to dip out of that one. Not really going to work out to his benefit. Back over to 2Foxy here, who off the respawns looking for some victims now, as actually flag has been pulled. Roy's going to have that one.
Oh, and Roy doing a nice job on that ledge right there. Tries to stay alive, and somehow stays alive. Roy is still alive with the flag. He finally just got taken out right there on your death screen. You'll see. But Roy doing amazing work with that new ledge that's been built on Warlord that allows you to kind of juke around. Roy still gets that flag all the way to bottom middle. And now Str8 actually picked up the flag as well. He's now moving that. So somehow this flag is still in motion for Str8 Rippin. They still have the TCM flag out. And now he's making a motion back to his base.
This is going to be big here. Str8 pushing forward. His 2Foxy's going to be in the middle. Luckily for him, his teammate is going to be there to help him out.
And it looks like, let's see if anyone is in position to finish that run on the Str8 Rippin set. Doesn't actually look like it. Str8 now leaving that flag. He might try to jump up right now. Finally gets that touch. We'll see if he can bring this in, but their flag is recovered. He's going to try to get this flag up all the way to the top. We'll see if he can jump up, waiting for the grenades to explode. Nice job. Nice job, patient play there from Str8. Perfect timing as they go in 4-1.
Yeah, that's right. And 4-1 here. TCM not looking all that good. I mean, they were able to get that one flag cap, but Str8 Rippin has been in control of this game the entire time it's been showing. So now taking a look here to see what, and I believe this is not Str8. I think this is actually T-Squared, as a matter of fact. I think the perspectives may have been switched. So needless to say that we'll be sure to get that one fixed for you guys back at home. But what matters most is that it is 4-1, and Str8 Rippin, no matter who you're looking at, is in full control of this game.
Yeah, right now, an excellent play from them. I'd love to see what's going on the TCM side once he does get taken out, and to see what's going on. But it looks like now on board with Roy here.
Yeah, Roy actually, wow, as he's going to push Chalky there, and he will take him out with relative ease. Ooh. Nades flying in all over the place as we kick it to Ramirez now, who has the flag and is looking to make some moves here. This is going to be big for them. This could be something that could change the pace of the game if they're going to be able to get this cap and going the long way around the base here.
He's going to toss this up to 2Foxy if he can right now. Going to try to get the toss. Looks like 2Foxy is there, going to bring that in. It looks like, and now 4-2. A nice job there from TCM to stay in this match. Got about 5 minutes left before regulation. They could easily bring this back. They do need 3 flag caps straight, but they might be able to pull it off.
Well, you have to think, right, they were able to bring that on the outskirts of the map, right, which means that they had full control. So I would imagine that TCM, you know, they can't look to replicate that again, but it's possible for them to be able to get control of this game here.
Oh, and man, he gets stuck. Let's see. Now Str8 Rippin is poised to try to run this in. The flag is still out. We'll see who's going to grab that right now. And it looks like T-Squared trying to get through the portal. We'll see if he can do so. He stays alive right now, and he's going to bring it through the flag.
That's right, and T-Squared will get picked off. Looking over here, back to Roy yet again, who finds another player of TCM. That's going to be too foxy. Roy has just been playing incredible here. Nothing has been stopping him, and there we go. So Roy back through the teleporter, finding Chalky. 2 players, TCM Riots joining Chalky there as Roy is going to get stopped, which is something they needed to end there. They had to end Roy's streak because Roy, we've seen it before. He gets hot, and it's real scary.
Yeah, it looks like there's a camo in play right now, and it's actually Chalky if you want to switch to him. The TCM side is pushing in, going to try to get a pull here. Now Chalky is in position to help his team escort this flag back home. He needs to stay alive just for a few more seconds so he can help his team make sure they can get across the map.
And they don't have a lot of time to work with 2 Bravo. 18 minutes, or actually it's going to be, what, 3 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock. Taking that flag the long ways yet again has been something that's worked out rather well for TCM.
He needs to play slow here, though. He knows he has just recently lost a teammate at his base, challenging nice on Str8. Needs to keep this flag out while also eliminating the enemy team right there, almost getting caught off guard. Nice job to stay alive, but that flag has been reset. Looks like a player stuck underneath him and reset that flag. That's unfortunate. Gets the kill, though, but their flag is out. They need to make sure they don't let Str8 Rippin cap any more flags. That would be it.
Yeah, that's right. And, you know, one thing to note, Chalky is on a killing spree presently, so he is playing great. But despite all that, you know, he had a good run. He had the flag right in front of him, but he knew that there was just nothing he could do, and maintaining position was more important than abandoning it and going after the flag. T-Squared, though, with that pick, as he's able to pick him off. Now, it says Str8 on there, but this is actually T-Squared. We'll make sure we get that addressed later on for you guys, but there seems to be so much pressure as T-Squared gets the camo. This is going to be big for them because this camo player has played quite a role in this game, and the flag has been taken through the teleporter. TCM get taken out. 10 seconds left on the clock. 2 foxy. Actually, 10 seconds left on the flag.
2 players right now. Amazing stuff from T-Squared. Going to clean up this kill. We'll see if he can stay alive right here as his team is trying to bring this in. Almost kills all 4 players, but right now Str8 about to bring that in, and that's going to be it. Str8 Rippin wins that match 5-2.
Brilliant plays out of Str8 Rippin as they are going to pretty much seal the deal there. You know, and I have to say, the way that kind of started out there, you could tell from the get-go that TCM had a much different game plan in comparison to the rest of the teams here. While for a lot of these squads, it was about taking the flag through the teleporter and, you know, taking advantage of that on the map. They were content with running it on the outside, and taking a look at the stats there, Str8 33 and 22. Roy 32 and 19. I mean,
amazing stuff there. Also, big assists out of all those players, plus 13 from Roy and plus 11 from Str8. We have no one on TCM going positive. Of course, that's going to be difficult to do if you are, have your backs pinned against the wall. Going to be difficult to come out with the win. So the scoreboard also telling the story there in that match as Str8 Rippin takes game 1, 1-0.
That's right. So now we have Lockdown Team Slayer coming up next here. Str8 Rippin facing off against the EU's TCM Gaming. Will TCM be able to get that sniper in the hands of Chalky and thus maybe turn the tides of battle here, or will Str8 Rippin be able to close this out with a 2-0 as they have their eyes set on STK? This is going to be a good one, guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We have game 2 after this.
In time, I named him ally, even friend.
All right, and welcome back to the Halo Launch Invitational, Master Chief Collection Launch Invitational, of course, presented by ESL. And, Bravo and Golden Boy here as we're calling the action. It's been quite the matchup here between TCM and Str8 Rippin. TCM, I thought that they would, shine a little bit more here, but you could definitely tell that they're I don't know, I don't want to say experienced, but they hadn't played Warlord, right? In H2A. So that could have definitely played a factor there. On top of that, you're dealing with, Roy and Str8 who just were slaying, just absolutely destroying. That's something that's just very hard to overcome. If you're a TCM, they had full control of that game from the get-go, able to go up 2-0 real quick. But now the tides have turned here. We're going to lockdown, Team Slayer, TCM, known to shine in the Slayer category. Thoughts on this one going into it, Rob?
Yeah, I think TCM right now has a chance to fight back. When they were running those flags, right, their 2 lone flag caps that they had in that match actually were pretty well executed, right? They actually got back to the base pretty quickly and were able to bring that in. So if we can see more consistency like that from them, if they just keep their composure and they get to maintain a lead here and lock out Team Slayer, I could imagine that the game going their way. Yeah,
it's, TCM has a lot to gain here. Of course, when you put that sniper in the hands of Chalky, he's going to be that guy that we're going to have to pay attention to. So I'm actually going to make sure that we kick it off with Chalky as the game is going to be beginning here, guys. And let's go ahead right into it. TCM's Chalky on your screen as they're actually pushing through the bottom to make their way towards Sword.
And finding Ryan right away. Ryan went for early Sword Rush. TCM off to an early lead, now finding another player. Bottom BR now tied 1-1.
That's right, T-Squared's actually going to have the sword, and he's going to manage to back away from this one, though, but he will get taken out with the grenade. Now, knowing that sword's in the bottom, Chalky running away from this, and he goes back to get the sword yet again. That actually was a great play, because it would have been easy to just, go after it and, whatever the case may be there, because you never know. It could be another player there to meet you, and Chalky was very smart in that approach. Now TCM hanging up by the BR tower. Yeah, right now 4-3 in favor of TCM. Then once again off to a small lead, but they need to maintain this. Is a sword at Chalky's feet. Looks like that. Excuse me, a plasma was at Chalky's feet, but instead goes for the lunge there. Takes out Str8, finds another player. I like that play. Throws his sword off the map. Makes sure that he denies it from Str8 Rippin being able to grab it. Yeah, he knew right then and there that if the Str8 Rippin would have gotten the sword in their hands, it would have spoken.
He knew it was over. Yeah, it would have been a bad thing. So now tied 8-5 right now. TCM needs to maintain this and continue to apply the pressure if they want to take game 2 from Str8 Rippin. Otherwise, Str8 Rippin, I expect them to put on the pressure and rally back.
Yeah, they're actually, coming straight strong here. I mean, Ryan Noob's actually going to get caught in the elbow. This is not going to be good. That throwaway nade could connect. Nope, not going to be the case. But still, nevertheless, though, you got to say, like, TCM, the way that they've shown up here in Team Slayer, they're up by 5 right now. It's definitely a much different team. That confidence, again, that's going to play such a factor in this tournament, considering how everyone's so evenly matched. TCM shining.
Yeah, right now, a nice job here from TCM. Trapping, once again, we're seeing the Str8 Rippin. Ooh, and look at that play. Nice job there from Ryan Noob to take out 2Foxy. So we'll go ahead and switch over to someone else on the TCM side. Ramirez now has a sniper rifle. If you want to go with him, hits the double. We'll see if he can turn 3.
Yeah, that's right. Ramirez is no slouch when it comes to the sniper rifle, by the way. Just want to, emphasize that. I mean, granted, it could be all the Chalky show from time to time, but that comeback shot from Chalky as he comes off the respawn, able to connect with the kill. Still, though, TCM looking good, but Str8 Rippin are able to actually make this a 2-kill game presently, 13-11.
Yeah, Str8 Rippin rallying back. If we want to switch over to Roy, who has the sniper rifle in hand right now, only down by 1 kill. As we said, a very different game from just a few moments ago when TCM had to double the score as Str8 Rippin at 10-5. Now 14-13, only a 1-kill game.
You can see those nades just flying in from all over the place here. The screen shaking because the pressure from TCM is definitely real. And Roy getting call-outs. So you know that they're going to be, probably occupied in the bottom. But I'm looking over at the guys in TCM. There's only one guy over there that's going to be 2Foxy maybe.
Oh, and Roy actually gets taken out there. It looks like a player on TCM was able to take him out. If we want to go ahead and switch back over to someone like 2Foxy, who's now pushing across the top middle. Bold shotgun charge here.
Yeah, that's right. But you know what, though? With that being said, I mean, you have to make these plays happen. Str8, though, will get taken out. And Chalky finds one. That will be Str8 for the connection. Fox, you have to respawn. Definitely, they know that they have this lead. They know that they're in control of the game. But Str8 Rippin, you can't sleep on them. They will come back against you here. And it seems to be like Str8 Rippin kind of turtling inside of the base or inside of the sniper tower.
And here comes Roy with the sword, though.
Oh, goodness.
He does get taken out right now.
Never mind.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and jump on board with Str8 on the right side, who's actually pushing up the elbow.
Yeah, that's right. So Str8 on your screen as he's going to continue to advance on forward, working with his teammate. As actually, this will be T-Squared. Riots, though, will be pushing forward. Riots is going to get picked as well.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and stay on this screen right here. This is T-Squared, as you said. We'll see what he's able to do off this break. At the end of the Warlock flag game, I was so impressed with how T-Squared pushed across the map and laid down the covering fire for that 5th flag. We'll see if he can do it right here. He needs to get his team back in the game, though.
Yeah, that's very true. But, you know, they're only down by 4, so there's a lot of time for them to work with Bravo. I'm not, you know, all that concerned about it. Oh, but the new combo making its way back as Ramirez does work with it. This is a combo that...
There it is. He pulled the double with it. Oh, my goodness. Nice job there. Ripping apart half of the Str8 Rippin squad. Now they're up 29-22. TCM is back in the series. My turn 3. And I think he gets the trade. He does.
He did.
Kills T-Squared right there, eliminating 3 players with that combo. Awesome job there. They're now up 31-24. Wow. Gotta say, I love that play from Ramirez.
Yeah, I'm actually going to stay with Ramirez. I switched to Chalky because I saw that he had the sword, but he had 2 members of Str8 Rippin that just flooded him right away. And now Straight Sick with that sniper. That's not going to be a good look for them.
Yeah, there we go. Now T-Squared now does have that. We'll see if he can go ahead. We got that graphic fixed for you, so we apologize about that. But we're back in action now, 31-28. Str8 right back in the match. It was just 31-24. Str8 is back.
Yeah, that's right. They're right back into this game here, Bravo. But 5 kills, which has kind of been the story here. They've never really been out of it. It's just a matter of them not being able to capitalize on those kills when they needed to. Ryan now on the push. Is he going to be able to take out this one member of TCM? Yes, he is. It was going to be Chalky there, who ends up getting picked off the respawn. Once again, this is Straight Sick that you're looking at here. He's going to be working with Ryan Noob, who I'm going to go ahead and highlight Ryan Noob just because we haven't given him a lot of love here. But Ryan Noob, of course, you know, just trying to keep his team in this game as they're down by 4.
Yeah, right now 36-32. 4-kill game. We'll see right now if TCM is able to maintain this. I want to see what Ryan Noob is able to do here off the break, though. I think he has a potential to get his team back in this match. He's a veteran player. TCM right now not with a lot of experience, competitive Halo experience on North American soil. So if there's one team that can do it right here, it is Str8 Rippin. They've got a veteran squad, and they're only down by 4. You know, with one rotation of spawn killing, they can get right back in the game.
That's true. That's true. But TCM's smarter than that. They're not going to let that happen. And every time Str8 Rippin pushes up, you know, there could be a possibility there where they might get 1 or 2 kills, like you just saw Roy taking out one of the TCM boys right there. But is it really going to be something where they're going to be able to push in, you know, with confidence? Because that's what it seems to me right now. Str8 Rippin, they're just waiting for that opening from TCM, and I don't think TCM's going to give that to them.
Yeah, let's go over to Chalky, who has a sniper rifle in hand now, 36-33, trying to stay alive. Right now, you could see a push. So right now, a push is coming from Str8 Rippin if we want to switch over to Roy as he's breaking into the sniper rifle tower. And now T-Squared comes in with the shotgun. A nice job from there. An amazing job. And let me break that down in just a second. Another kill from Str8 Rippin. A nice job there. So we'll take a look at the scoreboard once it pops back up on our screen as we see 38-36. A nice kill. A nice job from Str8 Rippin as they push across the map. Now TCM desperately clinging on to their lead.
Yeah, Riots needs to be careful too because he's S3 and there's going to be a lot of pressure coming his way. So you can see those nades flying in as we'll come back to him in a little bit. His teammate Ramirez, on the other hand, just kind of scouting around, waiting to see if anyone's going to get aggressive. Riots finally is going to get taken out by Ryan Noob. That's going to make it a 1-point game here, 38-37. Ramirez pushing in the middle. This is dangerous territory here as he's exposing himself. 2 members of Str8 Rippin. It's going to be a tied game, 38-38.
That's right. Not a wise push there. TCM maintaining that 39-38 lead, now up by 1 kill. Amazing push there from Str8 Rippin, but it wasn't enough. TCM maintains the lead right now, and then right now they're in an okay position. They do not need to push up right now. Pushing off the map. Ooh, and cleans up T-Squared, who went flying off the map now, 41-38. As 2Foxy has a sword, picking up a double. We'll go over to him. A nice job now, 42-38, clearing out the entire sniper tower.
That's right. This is dangerous territory yet again. You got a spawn on the library for Ryan Noob. You have Roy on the elbow, and you have Straight Sick on bottom green. 2Foxy trying to push up here and see if he can get some eyes. There's that player, though, T-Squared from the lip, as he's going to be pinned in the corner. Those nades, though, are going to stop 2Foxy in his tracks.
2Foxy likely is going to get picked off as well if you want to look at that. Yeah. Like we have both teams are at the BR tower, so we'll see how this plays out with players on Str8 Rippin now at Sniper Tower, at BR Tower, and Underglass. They are all over the map.
Oh, and knocks him off of the map there, tells him, see you later, buddy. Ryan Noob goes for a trip, and now 2Foxy, just a great play out of them, 49-42, 1 kill remaining here. TCM could take this one. Str8 Rippin just can't expose himself at this time. Riot could be the guy in the position, but he's going to get picked off.
Yeah, right now we have the composition. 2Foxys at back BR. We have Ramirez in library and Chalky as well as Riot spawning back BR. So only 1 kill to go. Certainly in their favor. Str8 Rippin has to play unbelievably careful right now if they want to win this game. It will require perfect play for the next few minutes.
Now, here's the thing, though. Sniper's up. This is going to be a game changer. Whoever gets the sniper, but I got to also highlight this, though. Ramirez, he knows he just has one kill to get here, and Str8 Rippin, very smart, as they're going to make sure that they stop anyone from trying to make a push.
Pushing across shortcut as well. It looks like Riot has busted into the base right now. If we want to switch over to him
as well. He's going to find T-Squared in front of him, and he's going to get taken out, though. And it seems
and Ramirez gets taken out with his sword as well.
49 to 45 here, as the members are going to have to drop back.
And right now, 49 to 45. Str8 Rippin fought off that full onslaught. One player pushing low, one player pushing high. Riot's going ahead and pushing him once again, trying to be a hero and end this match against T-Squared. He walks in, but he can't pick a player. No. Now 49 to 46. Oh my goodness, no one thought that Riot would actually push through. He couldn't pick a target. Now it's a 3-kill game with the sniper in the hands of Roy.
The game is in Roy's hands right now, and if TCM exposes themselves, they could lose this one. They have to be careful here. But Str8 Rippin, only one kill. And I don't know how Str8 manages to stay alive in here, but that veteran nature from this team, absolutely incredible. If Roy gets this pick, that would be huge. No one can expose themselves. At this time, it is all up to Roy to get this team back into it.
And ill-minded pushes coming from TCM, one after another, make it a 3-kill game. Right there, you saw TCM was poised to win it. All they needed to do was play their game. But now with the sniper in the hands of Roy, potentially he's less than one clip away from ending this match. And it looks like Chalky trying to sneak underneath, and he does. Pull the player bottom blue. And oh my goodness, right there, a nice play from TCM. Looked like Chalky actually snuck bottom blue and was able to clean up that kill on the player by going glass. A nice job there from TCM as they take that game. And so far, Golden Boy, we've seen a lot of teams that win the CTF, they actually lose the TS.
Man, I was, I thought Roy was going to be in, and again, you know, kudos to Chalky for that push. You know, they had that one to give away there. Str8 Rippin doesn't have anything negative to take away from that because, you know, TCM really made a lot of mistakes in that game. Now looking forward to this objective game, King of the Hill on Warlord. Honestly, for me, I'm just going to have to go and give this to Str8 Rippin because Str8 Rippin, they obviously have a grasp of the objective. They work very well together. And on top of that, it really seemed like TCM were just not that confident on Warlord.
Yeah, I agree. I think, you know, when it comes down to the fast style of play, I think Str8 might have the edge. Right there, TCM was able to catch Str8 Rippin off guard several times in the Lockdown Slayer, though, and prove that they know how to maintain their composure, even though at the end they had a few pushes that I would have liked to seen a little bit stronger stuff from. But heading into Game 3, it's anyone's game.
Yep, that's right. Game 3, King of the Hill on Warlord. Will Str8 Rippin meet STK in our next round here, which will be played today, by the way. We have 2 more matches. We have the Agency facing off against Believe the Hype, and then STK facing off against the winner of this matchup right here, guys. It is so intense, and it's only going to get better as we progress throughout the weekend. Don't go anywhere. This is the Halo Master Chief Collection Launch Invitational presented by ESL, and we'll see you on the other side.
Rated E10 for ages 10 and up.
are one of our most treasured instruments. Long have you led your fleet with honor and distinction. But your inability to safeguard Halo was a colossal failure. Soon the great journey shall begin. But when it does, you shall be left behind.
Gentlemen, we're lucky to have you back. The Navy has lost one of its best.
Fleet space ruptures directly off our battle cluster.
Master Chief, defend this station.
Cortana, what exactly am I looking at?
That is another Halo.
So this is what my father found.
The Prophet of Regret is planning to activate Halo.
Are you sure?
Yes, Tactical Marines!
All right. Shoot.
Your prophets have promised you freedom, but you will find no salvation on this ring. The prophets have betrayed us.
Impossible.
No. If he leads the Covenant fleet to Earth, they won't stand a chance. You have to stop him.
I need a weapon.
We're going in.
All remaining platforms are now ready for remote activation.
From here,
Ma'am, without a destination solution.
we are not losing that ship.
All right, guys, thank you so much for your patience. Welcome back to the Halo Master Chief Collection Launch Invitational presented by ESL. I'm Golden Boy, joined by Bravo. You know, I just wanted to make mention real quick. So these Master Chief heads were white before. So the cool thing is they actually have these Master Chief heads that you can color, right? And these two helmets here were actually colored by two, young fans in the audience, right? These kids wanted to highlight their work, and I was like, make it happen.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Of course, Halo is I guess a franchise that anyone, old and young, can love. You can see right there, actually, a guy just like coloring it through, and I actually got to do it myself. So
There's the Dustin chant, and he doesn't know he's on camera.
Dustin has no idea what's going on. But yes, guys, it has been a great matchup here thus far between TCM Gaming and Str8 Rippin. Str8 Rippin going down in that Lockdown Team Slayer matchup. But it was not without some pushback from them. TCM nearly gave that one away, and it had to do to some superior play out of Str8 Rippin to stay alive as a unit, which was really cool. But now you're going into King of the Hill on Warlord, and this, I have to say, Str8 Rippin, I got to tip my hat to them. I feel like they're poised to take this.
Yeah, and I think one of the reasons is they know they played well in that Team Slayer, right? At the end, they rallied back. So despite losing the match, they have to feel confident about, getting all those kills at the end, holding down Sniper Tower, despite the fact that someone had rush with a shotgun and with a sword. Really nice job from them to stay in the match. So I think despite losing game 2, I think they have to be feeling good going into game 3.
Yeah, it's actually quite surprising, right? When you say that, a guy ran with a shotgun, couldn't get a kill. Guy ran with a sword, couldn't get a kill. It really just came down to a smart flank from Chalky that resulted in the victory there. But my goodness, was it not within the skin of their teeth. TCM nearly gave that one up. So King of the Hill on Warlord. We've seen this 2 times already between the Agency Optic matchup and then with SDK VWS Gaming. Both times it seemed, VWS actually was on the prowl. It seemed like they were going to be able to make a comeback happen, but then SDK were just too steady. Like nothing was going to stop them. Right? It looked like it, but really all hope was lost because SDK just continued to have control. And then in the Agency Optic Halo matchup, Optic came out real strong in the beginning there, really shining, and like you thought, oh man, they got this. They have this one in the wraps. But then the Agency just came back, and from that point, they never were able to come back into it. How do you feel about this matchup here between these two teams? I'm on the side of Str8 Rippin, just because of the way that TCM's play Warlord. What about you, Bravo?
Yeah, I think Str8 is definitely going to be the team that takes it. I think what they're able to do is deliver a little bit more speed and teamwork in tandem, which is what you need to have on Warlock. Yeah. And I'm expecting to see big things from them. Also, especially, I loved what T-Squared was able to do, and by the way, we're loading into the match in just a moment, but I loved what T-Squared was able to do. Let's actually kick it off with him. We'll see what's going on. He was able to lock down the map control for that 5th and final flag so well, and now kicking things off with T-Squared right here. And now you're watching Game 3 of TCM versus Str8 Rippin. This is King of the Hill on Warlord. The winner will advance in the winner's bracket to play against STK, and the loser will drop to the loser's bracket. Thank you so much for joining us, both in the room and on Twitch. Right now, we're checking out Game 3 and the final match of Winner's Bracket Round 1.
Yep, that's right. So looking here over at A, is there's a lot of pressure coming around the side now. You have TCM just looking to get control of that right away, which is good for them considering that, I was a little, kind of like shaken by them. I thought I'd see a lot more, aggressiveness out the break, and I'm glad to see that here in game number 3.
Yep, and what you want to see right now is mainly map control, right? That is an early indicator of which team is going to be set up for success on this map. If teams are getting these early leads, but they're kind of repeatedly dying over and over again on the spawn cycle, that's not a good thing to see. You want to see the team that's in it for the marathon, right? This is a 15-minute game type potentially. You want to know which team is really in it to win it and not just to grab this scrap time.
Yep, and a double kill there for Ryan, who was lining up Chalky, but he had to back away because he only had about, a slither of health there. And now, or a slither of shields. Now he's actually going to push right back into top mid. Teammates there for a lot of control, and they have this, but it's going to be making its way over to B now, and this is the time where Str8 is going to be able to come back into this. And I mean, I tell you, man, their positioning has just been superb.
Look at Ryan, who just owning and controlling top middle, right?
Camo.
Challenging those battles, now moves over to the hill. And the camo is especially important, Alex, in this hill because on the plat, it's the largest actual hill in terms of surface area on the map. So you can be in any area, and the enemy team is not going to know exactly where to engage you, right? So nice job here racking up team. Now they've gained the lead.
Yep, that's right. Str8 Rippin able to come back into this. Back over to Roy here, who is looking around, and he's just been playing so consistent throughout this whole series. Roy had the game in his hands there in that lockdown Team Slayer matchup, and honestly, he could have potentially have clutched it if TCM had exposed themselves enough. Because that sniper rifle on Roy, you always got to give him credit where credit is due. But Ramirez right in front of Roy, as Ramirez gets cleaned up easily by Roy. And 39-24 right now as the red team's currently in the lead.
Yeah, right now a nice job here as Str8 Rippin has totally turned this match around in the 3rd minute rather than what we saw earlier in the game. We'll go ahead. We haven't seen too much from Str8 Sick right now in the hill. We'll switch over to him upon that death.
Wow. Roy actually had he got melee first, was able to hit him with the 2nd melee, and then jump back and got the kill. Str8 Sick, though, had to abandon the hills. He was getting fired from all different directions. And now taking a look here at Roy, who is just across from them. He's getting pressured, though. He has to be careful on that one. Off the respawn, Str8 Sick on the move yet again, as it will be going over to D in about 5 seconds here. Getting that scrap time is TCM as they're trying to stay competitive here.
Yeah, nice shots there from Str8 Sick. Well done to maintain this control. And now punishing Ramirez for going top middle. Looks like Ramirez might be able to stay alive, but he is certainly pinned down. He will eventually get taken down as well. Str8 Sick also challenging Chalky. A one-man wrecking crew right here as he pushes in, gets another assist. Really nice job there as his team chimes in for that last kill.
Yeah, and as Str8 Sick is going to get taken out, we are going to see what's up with Foxy, who is lingering over by D. He will find one, but the second player, Roy, again, Roy has just been on a tear this entire matchup. You know, it seems like every time players, being taken out, Roy is somehow involved. He's just been laying down shots on everyone, but 54 to 52 right now as we switch over to Chalky from TCM.
Yeah, TCM right back in this match. Now they're only down by 2 points, and we have Chalky right now sitting back on the hill. We'll see if he can maintain control here.
Yeah, been looking to see here. Seems like it may have switched for me, but needless to say, that really isn't going to matter all that much because Str8 Sick will be looking around. And
now it looks like, and we need to get that graphic swap. Looks like Str8 Sick is on the screen for good, but this is actually looking right now at Chalky right now of TCM.
Yeah.
So we'll get that swap for you. But right now, Chalky of TCM with a nice job here, 68 to 54. I was just saying moments ago, right? Str8 Rippin with control of the match as Chalky's finally taken down. But TCM doing quite well to get themselves not only back in this match, but with the lead once again.
Yeah, really sorry about that, guys. Hopefully we can get that addressed in a little bit, but it seems like we have a reverse. So we'll keep you guys up to breast on who is who and what they're doing. So over to Str8 Sick now as the graphics seem to be okay for these guys. So Str8 Sick and the crew pushing forward. E has about 21 seconds left on a 76 to 64 right now. Str8 Sick is going to get taken out by a bunch of grenades.
Yeah, he finally gets taken out. We'll stay on board with him. Let's see if Str8 Rippin can rally back. It'd be pretty wild, Golden Boy, if TCM was able to get back in, if TCM was able to win this series. I think Str8 Rippin would be pretty surprised themselves, right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, and again, I think the community will also be very surprised too, because a lot of people had Str8 Rippin going through TCM, and honestly, I don't see why they would do that because TCM is a team that has all the capability in the world, a very, very talented squad. So, again, they've had some mishaps here, like that lockdown Team Slayer, not really able to close it out, as well as they would have liked, and of course that Warlord CTF game, but still TCM keeping this matchup, and also being in the lead, keeping the matchup close to Str8 Rippin, and continuing to push forward.
Yeah, after this battle, we'll go ahead and see if they're able to close this out now. 86 to 78, pretty much of the same here from TCM as Str8 Rippin now trying to climb back, bring this match. Now they're only down by 6 points, so right now essentially a tie game.
Look at this movement here out of Str8 Sick as well, just navigating around the pillars, real intelligent plays out of him, and they will come back into this 2 points, 3 points. It continues to tack on because you earn a point for every single second. 94 to 86. Str8 Rippin looking good here.
That's right, they have rallied back. A nice job there. TCM wants to not let them go up too much with the lead here, as that would cause them to drop to a loser bracket, of course, should they lose that match. But right now, Str8 Sick quick jumping up the top middle, might pull out the shotgun, does, and lands that on Chalky. A nice job there as they still have this 10-point lead. And at this point, it's an unfortunate spawn there with a player at green. And at this point right now, Golden Boy, both teams still trying to feel each other out because we're at a point where either team could run away with the lead. Neither team wants to be the one to make the mistake.
That's very true. And that's kind of just been, since that lockdown Team Slayer game, it really just kind of fell down to who's going to make the mistake, right? And, Str8 Rippin, they definitely, wait a minute, I just want to point this out, by the way. Str8 Sick got that camo and was just burned right away. So again, just really astute out of TCM to make sure that they stop that by all means whatsoever, because the camo's been playing a big factor here.
Yeah, it certainly has now. 106 to 90. We'll go ahead and see stick on board with Str8 Sick if he can pick up one more kill here, trying to clear the player out of that flag with Roy next to him, so he does have some help. Going to try to push into the C flag. They have a little bit of a lead, but not one that's comfortable enough, that they can start to just go for map control alone. They still do need to rack up time.
Yeah, that's very true there, and Str8 Sick will get picked. Roy, he's cycling through his teammates too, which is very intelligent. You always want to make sure that players are doing that now. Just want to, alert everyone. The graphics for these players are still, kind of miffed, but we'll just switch over to Ryan Noob here from Str8 Rippin as he's going to, taking a lot of fire there from Foxy. He will get taken out. Off the respawn, we'll go ahead and stick with him.
Yeah, now Ryan Noob going to try to make some damage here off of this respawn. We'll see right now with off the respawn, 106 to 97, just over 7 minutes left in the match. So still essentially a tie game. As I was saying, Golden Boy, these two teams really just feeling one another out at this point. Neither team wants to be the one to let the other team go up and lead. And as we said, on a tight map like Warlock Flag, that can certainly happen very easily. And I'm worried for either team. If they do get called off the spawn, that could be the end of them. But now it's 106 to 101. This is one of the closest King of the Hill matches I've seen.
This has been absolutely intense here on both sides. I mean, TCM not giving any quarter whatsoever. Str8 Rippin doing an absolute job, a great job of just making sure that they're competitive in this match. TCM was looking good at the beginning, and again, just Str8 Rippin, that resiliency out of this team. But now looking here to see Ramirez as he's gonna, the double kill from Ryan New. Ramirez got caught in the corner, and that is gonna result in more time here for Str8 Rippin. Ryan New gets control of the hill.
Yeah, nice job here. Now they increased their lead by about 23, now 128 to 104. Just milking this hill time, doing a really nice job. You see these players kind of hanging around and watching each sight line and each choke point that they have to worry about. And the time is just racking up, Golden Boy.
Yep, so Ryan New looking around as he's continuing to get more and more time in this hill. 2 seconds left. E is coming up in a little bit, which is directly across from him. And Ryan New looking to get that position here through this teleport. There's going to be 2 players. He had to back out of that one, but never mind. A member of TCM was there right away for the stop.
Yeah, nice job there by Ryan New. We'll go ahead and switch over to Roy. We'll see as he's pushing on the hill. Going to try to clean up this kill. Now 147 to 107. So Str8 has extended their lead by 40, but it looks like 2 members are dead. Yeah, we'll switch back over to T-Squared, who's just off the respawn. His team with a decent lead here, and he wants to extend that to send them further into the winner's bracket. Nice shots on 2Foxy, but 2Foxy answers back and takes him out.
Able to stay alive, man. When you're able to stay alive on the objective like that, that's just quality play there. 2Foxy, you know, getting those points, and again, just keeping this one very close. Granted, they've managed to hold a good chunk of time in E, and that is something that Str8 Rippin really shouldn't have let happen, but a solid shot out of T-Squared.
You said it, Golden Boy. I mean, T-Squared's been practicing online every single day, streaming on Twitch, and he has had a solid shot all weekend long. We'll see if he can bring this through the rest of the match and also the rest of the winner's bracket.
That's very true there, Bravo. So Str8 Rippin and T-Squared continuing their moves here. Oh, wait, T-Squared popping up behind 2 of the members of TCM, finding another one as well. It's going to be Ryan. He's going to get the double kill. Great play out of T-Squared, though, as he will push toward A, and the control goes right back to them, and this is what you want to see out of the veteran.
Yeah, gotta say, you know, TCM put a little bit of time on the map, but when you have T-Squared playing like that, playing so well, laying down those shots, it's going to be difficult for them to get back in this match. If we want to switch over to Roy, we'll see what he's up to right now. As he's about to get taken out, we'll go back to T-Squared.
Yeah, Roy kind of got caught in a rock and a hard place there. And now T-Squared continuing forward, finding a player below. Grenade kill as he takes out Chalky. And that's going to be 169 to 129 as TCM is trying to just get this garbage time in the hill and stay competitive in this matchup. 4 minutes and 3 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, Hill's about to move to B right now, so we'll see if T-Squared's going to try to make his way over to the red base. Instead, tries to take a sneaky route, stays alive. That's important at this point. His team is up by 40. They still need to lock this map down. We have 4 minutes left, still anyone's game.
Yep, that's right. So Str8 Rippin looking around, or I should say T-Squared looking around. You know, as soon as TCM gets on that hill, the angles that he has there is just great plays for him and his teammates. You know, it's kind of, you know, it's redeeming of T-Squared. You know, a guy who's kind of, he hasn't competed in a little while, and he just hasn't dropped a beat.
I mean, not whatsoever, Golden Boy. His shot is so consistent in this game, and he's a huge reason as to why they're leading in this game 3 now, 176 to 134. I mean, constantly when we look at T-Squared on Warlock, what you need to do on this map is lay down shots, and that's what he's doing. He's laying down the shots, whether there's players in front of him, behind him, or across the map. He's putting down the fire that sets his team up for success.
Yeah, and really the thing about Halo, and one of the reasons why I always love it, is, you know, a good player is one that's active in pretty much every area, just throwing down shots, even if they know they're not going to get the kill, right? Because when you throw down shots and you manage to like drain their shields just a little bit, you know, like maybe not even like past the halfway point, but that kind of stuff, you know, makes that player who got shot a couple times think or second guess their pushes, right?
Certainly.
Like, I mean, oh, should I challenge this because you know, I don't have any shields. Like, look at Chalky there, right? He took a couple shots. He's probably going to play a lot slower because he's going to wait for his shields to recharge.
Yeah, and finally T-Squared is taken out. We'll switch over to Roy and then finally see what he's up to if you want to right now. Gets this kill right now, trying to challenge Chalky, but 2 players pushing in. 1 more player on the plat. Riots finally takes him out. Ryan Noob, though, has the camo on the flag. We'll see if he can maintain control for his team right now. All he needs to do is keep TCM out of the base. They've got about a 50-point lead. Excellent shots on Riots. Perfect. Look at that. Ryan Noob maintaining shield and stays alive in the vent still. Nice work from them, but that nade might be the end. But no,
no.
Ryan Noob making some acrobatic plays here, stays alive and continues to rack up time for his team, and then assists on the chalky kill. Amazing stuff from Str8 Rippin here.
Yeah, when you're in the objective and you're also throwing down, some shots too, and that also speaks volumes, and that's where Str8 Rippin is definitely thriving. Everyone's putting down shots where they need to and communicating. You can definitely tell that they're all, moving where they need to. So I want to give some love to TCM because we haven't been able to because the graphics here. But guys, this is Chalky that you're currently taking a look at right now. Chalky actually finding T-Squared in the corner. That's going to be an assist though, as seems like they're going to continue to push up. Str8 right in front, but no, Chalky couldn't quite do anything.
Gets pinched once again. That's all 4 members of TCM down. 2Foxy is off the respawn though. We'll see if he can push out with his team.
Yep, so Str8 here hanging out in the D hill. Shots come from behind as his teammate T-Squared will be there for any kind of connection, any kind of stop. Now, while Chalky did manage to find Str8, look at that. Another player just makes their way right into the objective. And again, just some brilliant plays out of them.
Yeah, right now 219 to 144. Str8 Rippin continues to extend their lead. A little bit of a portal battle here. We'll see how this ends. Ryan Noob holding down the portal, but now he's going to push towards the hill. Looks like a player was above him in the green flag, though. Going to try to stay alive here. He has a plasma rifle, which is going to drain the enemy's shields pretty quick because it picks up that assist so quick in Halo 2. Some players refer to this as the pro combo. You have the noob combo with the plasma pistol, and right here with the plasma rifle, you can drain an enemy's shields. And if another player on your team is shooting with the BR, they will go down pretty quick.
Yeah, the plasma rifle too. I mean, it was always a weapon that's come in quite handy, even like back in the CE days, because it always drained shields like really quick.
Right.
So now Ryan Noob here is we'll stick with him off the respawn. And with only a couple seconds left on the clock, I mean, at this point in time, it is safe to say that Str8 Rippin will be moving on to the next round to face off against STK. This is going to be one heck of a matchup. We have Ogre 2 facing off against T-Squared. I mean, it pretty much writes itself at that point.
That's right. We could not ask for a better winner's bracket round 2 matchup. It's going to be Str8 Rippin going up against STK as Str8 Rippin begins to celebrate in their booth. They're now moving on, and TCM will drop to the loser's bracket, but we can't count them out just yet.
That's right. And you got to give credit also to Coach Walshy.
That's right.
I mean, bringing that experience to mind, and it's definitely showing here, man. I can only imagine that Walsh is, throwing down some little nuggets of knowledge.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
If there's one man who knows a lot about Halo, it's Dave Walsh. Right now, coaching the Str8 Rippin squad. The first time, of course, he's ever worn a Str8 Rippin logo, but you can bet that he's in it to win it with friends and ex-teammates as well. So, of course, Roy and also T-Squared example of players that he hasn't teamed with just yet, but looking to have success there. Looking at the kills across the board, 39 and 22 from Roy, going absolutely huge. As probably the best performance of that match. And it looks like on the other side, we do have a few players going positive on TCM, most notably 2Foxy going positive 1, 29 and 28, but it wasn't enough as Str8 Rippin had a complete dominance that game.
Yeah, Str8 Rippin, came out the gate strong. I mean, we thought TCM was going to be able to rally a comeback. It was close, right, at one point.
Right.
I think it was like 101 to 102. And then at that point, Str8 Rippin just, they just started to run away with it. You could definitely tell that positioning, the control that they had, it was just very well done.
Yep.
And, they move on to the next round. They're going to face off against STK. But coming up next, we have the Agency facing off against Believe the Hype for our 5th match of the day. And then for our last match of the evening, it will be Str8 Rippin going up against STK. Guys, this is going to be absolutely insane. We have a new rotation of maps. We have King of the Hill to kick things off on Lockdown, followed by Shrine, Team Slayer, and then Bomb on Warlord. So, and that's the first time we're going to be seeing Bomb, played.
It's the first time we're going to see Shrine being played at this tournament, as well as the first time we're going to see Neutral Bomb in Halo 2 Anniversary. So excited to kick both those off. It's going to be a very different series, and of course, the level of competition is even higher now in a winner's bracket round 2. And I don't think we could ask for much better matchups, and then we'll have to also see, of course, the second story happening behind the scenes right now is Optic Gaming's route through the loser's bracket.
That's very true. We'll make sure that we get updates and keep you guys updated back at home. But guys, don't go anywhere. It is now time for our 5th match of the evening. The Agency up against Believe the Hype. Don't go anywhere as we have an interview on the side. Of course, Clutch, the great one, alongside, who is that? T-Squared. What's going on, Clutch?
Thank you, gentlemen. Golden Boy and Bravo doing an excellent job so far at this tournament. I'm joined by one of my longtime friends. We've been doing this for quite some time. What's it feel like to be back in that player pod and to be playing with those guys in that lineup to have Walshy standing behind you. What is that experience like for you?
Man, it's intense because it's been a long time coming. I think it's been about 2 or 3 years since there's been a major Team Halo event, so it just feels great to have that unity, that brotherhood with the squad, and we're feeling great. We're going for the #1 spot.
Some family members are out there that were representing Str8 Rippin, which is really cool to see. A lot of parents, some uncles out there as well. What type of support have you had throughout your entire career, T-Squared, and how has that made a difference?
For sure. My parents have been extremely supportive. My mom and my dad, I wouldn't be able to do it if I wasn't for them. A lot of people, a lot of parents will never, let their kids sit there and play video games all day, and that's what she did, and I'm very grateful for that opportunity. I was telling in the soundproof booth they had some food going on. I'm like, man, I can't focus when there's food going on because it reminds me of back home when she's cooking, and I can't focus because the food's so good. I just can't stop thinking about it. I was like, I got to smell their blood, man. I can't smell food.
That's kind of creepy. All right, man, enough of the sugar and rainbows. Let's talk about what went wrong in Map 2 and how this is a constant pattern for a lot of these teams, even the veteran teams. They're doing very well in the objective maps, but when it comes to Slayer, they're having some trouble. What's going on?
Yeah, we wanted to make it interesting. No, I'm just kidding. They're a really great team, and they had a really good setup. It was tough to break. Slayers can go either way, and Lockout Slayer is not our strongest game type. I'm not afraid to admit that, but we had a really strong showing at the end, and we almost had a comeback, and I think that kind of led into the momentum for the next game.
What was the anxiety like, though, in map number 2 when you had that just back and forth gameplay? And we talked about this beforehand, not underestimating any of these teams here. TCM, the #1 team when it comes to European Halo, they cannot be underestimated. So what did you do to change it to Game 3, and what was the most impressive thing you found from TCM?
I thought that their overall teamwork was really great, their strategies were great, and this is a little tip to everybody, if you're at a tournament or just in general, if you lose a game, you got to drop it, and you got to just move on and focus on the next game and start talking strategy for the next game instead of being like, oh, we could have done this differently, we could have done that differently, and that's what we did. We just dropped that game, put it behind us, and then won the next game.
Final question for you, T-Squared. We've got to let you go because you have one more match to play tonight against STK. I saw you in the back practicing with your team for a little bit of time, but the amount of time I saw was very, very intense. Is that like riding a bicycle? Is it ingrained in you how to play this game?
For sure. I mean, this is Halo 2 right here, and the anniversary of Justin feels great. Everyone should definitely pick it up. It's great, man. It's just so much fun, and it's great to see everyone else competing and playing well, so I'm looking forward to the match against STK. All
right, well, best of luck in that matchup. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to be taking a look at the Halo Championship Series. I'm going to be asking some questions to Bravo. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned.